So, the story is that the 12-year-old cousin and the 8-year-old cousin were arguing over a iPhone. And they were at their grandmother's house where they were supposed to be sleeping on a bunk bed. The 12-year-old cousin used pillows and bedding from the bunk bed to effecate, is the word that they used, her 8-year-old cousin. And she, the 12-year-old cousin, then tried to make it look like as if she was sleeping, and there was something about so the body wouldn't get hot or something like that. So it just seems like she knew what she was doing, she knew what was happening. She was aware of that much. She was aware enough to reposition the body as if nothing had happened. And the way that she was caught was because of the surveillance video that the grandmother had in the house. And this is how they became aware that she used the pillows and comforter and sheets to unalive her cousin. Hello, LGBTQ plus DL men, women who secretly love us and support us. And if you don't identify with any of those labels, you're still free to subscribe to the channel. And that's on what Mary having a little lamb and the 3 little foxes. Bow, 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 bow. Anyway, I thought that this was not even a cool topic. I probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway, I think that it was a topic that I felt needed to be talked about. And it is about the 12-year-old girl that unalived her cousin, who was 8 years old. And let's get into the details of the story. So what this says is that it's unimaginable. Tennessee 12-year-old charged with murder and death of her 8-year-old cousin. So they actually charged this 12-year-old girl. And yeah, I mean, first, just knowing, you probably already know what race this young girl is. But although she's a child, you would just think that although she did this, right? She did this and she had to have known what she was doing. I think at this age, right? Did she truly know what she was doing, But from the story and what I understand of the story, the young girl unalived her cousin because they were fighting or arguing over a iPhone. And so that's why I question, how young is this girl that, not how young is she, but as young as she is, was she really aware of what she was doing? Anyway, let's play the audio and video of this.
A 12-year-old girl unalived her 8-year-old cousin after they got into a fight over an iPhone. I mean, this is heartbreaking. Now, this happened at night when they were supposed to be sleeping at their grandmother's house. They were sleeping in the same room in a bunk bed, and she used blankets, covers, and sheets to unalive her 8-year-old cousin.
Yeah. So, from what I'm hearing about this video is that she was at her grandparents' house, or her grandmother's house. They were both at their grandmother's house, and they were arguing over a phone. And so the 12-year-old cousin used the bedding of the bed on the bunk bed that they were both supposed to be sleeping on to unalive her 8-year-old cousin.
Demeria. And this horrifying act was all caught on surveillance video inside of the home, where you can see her 12-year-old cousin take her life and then clean up afterwards and reposition her body to make it look like she was still sleeping.
So that's what makes it seem as if she definitely knew what she was doing, because she repositioned her 8-year-old cousin's body to make it look like as if her 8-year-old cousin was sleeping. She cleaned up after herself. Like, how does a 12-year-old know how to do this? And I'm pretty sure that this is the reason why she was charged as a, I'm not even sure what the charges are.
That she didn't get humped. And the next morning, when the grandma realized what had happened, she looked at surveillance video.
And so how they actually became aware that she did it was because there was surveillance video footage of her doing this. And so this is how she was caught.
And that's when she saw the 12-year-old using pillows, blankets, comforters, whatever she could find to effecate her 8-year-old cousin. And all of this happened over an iPhone. That 12-year-old girl was charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, and is being held in a juvenile
First-degree murder. And is being held in a juvenile detention center as a 12-year-old.
detention facility. But the DA is asking them to charge her as an adult. Rest in peace to this beautiful soul.
So they're actually asking that she be charged as an adult.
As always, I'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah, that is deep. That is deep. And so the 12-year-old cousin is being charged with first-degree murder, and the DA is trying to push for her to be charged as an adult. There isn't much to say, except there's questioning about how developed she is mentally, even though, she's definitely smart enough to know to reposition the body and do that. But as a 12-year-old, as a child, she's a child basically still. To do that, yes, she knew what she was doing, but did she really know what she was doing? So now we're going to watch the news report on this. So before we get directly into that, I'll say that the 8-year-old cousin's name is Demeria Hollingsworth, the one that was suffocated by her 12-year-old cousin. So let's watch this video.
Haley and Bob, 8-year-old Demeria Hollingsworth's mother says she's in agony knowing she'll never see her daughter again. Hollingsworth and her 12-year-old cousin were staying with their grandmother in Humboldt for the summer when the victim's mother, Ramaya Smith, says this all started with an argument over an iPhone, but she never thought twice that her child would be killed. Our sister station spoke to her tonight, but she didn't want to show her face.
My baby was 8. She didn't deserve that. You know what I'm saying? Like, she did nothing to deserve being killed.
Now, police say after viewing home security footage, the 12-year-old suspect, who will be 13 next week, allegedly used bedding to suffocate her cousin.
She'll be 13 next
victim
week.
And repositioned her body. At the time, the two cousins shared a bunk bed.
I look at her sister and I gotta be strong for her. I can't be weak for her. Even though it hurt me real bad, because why my baby? Hold on, baby. Like, why her? You know what I'm saying?
The 13-year-old is charged with first-degree murder and tampering with evidence, and the victim's mother says she's hoping for the maximum sentence.
This has to be a very difficult situation, especially them being family. A 12-year-old cousin doing that to an 8-year-old cousin, it has to be very difficult. Yeah. What I am thinking about is how in most African American families, when the child does, and this is not funny, I'm not laughing because of the situation, but I'm laughing because of how in African American families we often, when a person can be diagnosed with something, we say, oh, they just need their ass beat, you know, like that is the response that most African American families give. Like they knew what the fuck they was doing or something like that. Like usually that is the response. And I think in this case, you know, it's like how she truly mature enough to be charged as an adult? And of course the mother being in pain in the experience, like being emotionally in pain, you know, of course she wants her child to have, she wants justice for her child. That's understandable. But the maturity level of this 12-year-old to unalive her cousin over a iPhone just truly shows that she really be charged as an adult, because you know, unaliving someone over an iPhone is very immature, you know, although she was mature enough, right? She was mature enough to position her body as if nothing had happened. And I'm sure that that's what they're talking about as far as tampering with evidence. But wow, it's not a lighthearted topic. And with that being said, again, sending loving light energy to this family, it's a very kind of dark experience for that family to have experienced that. And you know, with time can heal, but that can be a deep wound. Hopefully the mother can find light within such a dark experience. And with that being said, again, healing to that family. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed this video. I enjoyed the topic of this video. Not really, but anyway, I think that, yeah. What can we say about this, right? Like, what can we say about her doing that? It's a sad, that's a sad experience that, you know, within the family, you know, normally when things happen like this is from people outside of a family, but within the family, that has to be very difficult for them. So sending healing, loving energy to that family for the loss of that child in any way. If you enjoyed this content, thumbs up for this video, like the video, comment on the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And what do you think about her being 12 years old? Do you think that she really knew what she was doing? Do you think that she should be charged as an adult? Do you think that her mind is fully developed as an adult? Do you think that? What are your thoughts on this? Anyway, much love to you all. And until the next video, toodaloo, I love you.
The leaves are turning colors. Why? It's just not our season. The one and only reason. Baby, oh, our summer turned into fall.
Damn, tell me where did all the magic go? I followed the rules and told you everything you had to know. Had you over every night was passionate. Plus you met my